Yeah, true. I'll try to sit so I have like here's better light.
Is Mr.
That
Flexi Boy helping you move in or what's up?
yeah. So he's been in LA for a few days now, and I just ordered him two burgers. So he's sleeping because he needs more energy. So yeah, we've been moving and packing and shit.
Yeah,
So
he's
now
a
it's a little breather.
he's a muscular man, so he's got to stay fed, you know?
That is true, man. I noticed that I was sitting in a hot tub with him like moments ago.
Yeah, how'd that all go?
Dude, dude, that was so nice. I've never done a hot tub stream before, and it was actually so nice because we were all just vibing. Like, of course, they're like, there's like a sex joke every 5 seconds, but as long as everybody's comfortable, that doesn't matter. Like, we kind of make a podcast, like a tub cast. You know what I mean?
Dude, you
Like,
should.
where yeah, I think there's actually a market for him. Not even joking.
Yeah, by the way, I'm already rolling, so whatever happens happens. I guess if it cuts in and
Okay.
out, we'll just roll with it.
So let me know, dude.
But
All good.
but just in case, so the people don't know, Sir Jonas,
Uh,
how
one
how did
second, just gotta put on my logo. Sorry, my
here we
bad.
freaking go. You just always sell out every second you get.
All right.
Bro, we
Should I
might
sit like this too, or?
I don't know. Bro, we might need to get you in a different part of the house though. You're it's like you're kind of lagging, but you're kind of not.
All right. Let me try something. Okay, I'm gonna try get closer to the window
Because
here.
it was decent at
This
one
is the
part.
only place I have light. Because again.
Oh, yep, that's a view I expected.
All right. Is it better now?
You know what? Let's just roll with it. If it's bad, they can suck it up.
Yep. All good. All good, bro.
All right, so we are here with Sir Jonas himself. Not only flexing the merch, but you also flexed a watch earlier. You mind if I could see that again?
What?
Oh, what watch? Yeah, yeah, yeah. How much
Oh,
of
I
a
don't know what you're. I don't know what you're talking about. You know.
so what's a watch like that run you nowadays?
The retail price is 35K, but it's pretty unavailable, so they usually sell for like 65 or 70 now, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a typical opening to a Valorant man himself. Can you also tell the people where you came from? What got you started in the gaming space?
Um, Way back, I started playing Overwatch. I was actually in the Overwatch World Cup as well, like ages ago, like 2016, I think.
I didn't know that.
And I've been like dabbling in Counter Strike, lots of World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft was the first game I ever played. But I also have been a freelance singer and musician for like 10 years. So I basically was cruising around the cruise ship in the Caribbean when COVID happened, and I lost my job. Flew home to Norway to my parents and started streaming on Twitch, and that is now 2 years and 1 month ago.
Did you ever expect this kind of like blow up to happen in such a short period of time with Val?
I don't think it's possible to like kind of like like not in this size. Like I was like when everybody was kind of isolated, I saw that there was like huge potential for digital entertainment because everybody was lonely and everybody was looking for new platforms and new communities to join. So I thought that like if I'm ever gonna try to make it as a streamer, this would be the time. And I remember I set a goal to hit 100 concurrent viewers within the first year of streaming to like kind of motivate myself. And I think I hit 2,500 in 4 months. So yeah.
And I mean, like that's rare. Like I'm just gonna go out on a whim and say that's not like your typical rise when it comes to streamers and creators out there.
No, I mean, like the timing was really good because Valorant blew up at the same time. I started making these Sova lineups and kind of, I feel like I got really was lucky that I kind of got associated with one of the main characters in the game because people didn't really use him in the start, and then I kind of like developed these arrow tricks like the double shock dart and stuff that became very popular, and I made this Discord server. And my kind of like promotional strategy was that all my guides were just short, like Twitch clips of like 30 seconds. And I had them all, I have about 400 of them listed in the Discord channel, map by map, chronologically after when I found them. And the strategy was that each time someone watches my guide, they're actually getting sent straight to my stream. So if I happen to be live at the time, then, I could grow a streaming platform, even though it technically was an educational community.
And a lot of your content, not all, but a lot of it is this lineup, these guides, this very deeply analytical gameplay. Had you done that in previous games, or was that new for Valorant?
I've probably always, I've always been a big nerd. Let's just like call it that. And I have 3 university degrees, 2 bachelors and 1 master's. And the master is in sports science. So I've done tons of work analytically in the past on like number crunching on other athletes, try to figure out how they can run fast or jump higher. So number crunching and analytics have always been super interesting to me, which is why I think I kind of had like a little bit of a head start to others who started at the same time, just by constantly trying to be one step ahead and figure out what's the most ideal way to grow.
And so previously, what was kind of your aim with content? Like
I mean, when?
like when you first got into gaming, and streaming seemed to come later. So when you first got into gaming, what was your aim previously with Overwatch or other games?
I mean, very early on, I wanted to be a pro. I tried to like make it as a pro Overwatch player. Obviously, didn't make it, which is sad because it's crazy how popular that esport is. Anyway,
Oh, you
sorry.
Dude, your sarcasm. I wasn't sure. I was like, do I laugh? Do I not laugh?
No.
We love
Yeah,
Overwatch. We love Overwatch here too.
Yeah, I mean, I am passionate about the game still. I'm definitely gonna play Overwatch 2 when it comes out, but I am worried. I'll be honest, especially with like exclusive streaming rights to YouTube, not including the Twitch community at all. I think that's. I understand it's hard when they have these massive money deals, but I'm kind of worried about the fact that like nothing's happening on Twitch with that game.
Yeah, and I guess it's a great comparison and talking point. What do you think? And I think you could speak as well as anyone that Valorant has done better than most esports and games, because clearly they have done a lot very well. So I guess in comparison to Overwatch or other games, what do you think they've done best?
I think that one thing they did really well was listening to the community from very early on. I think that a lot of the changes that people requested came at a natural pace, and they also had a really good roadmap on how often new agents and maps will come out to not make it feel like they're rushing it, but also not to make it feel so slow that it's like, like when Destiny 2 came out and everybody was hyped, but then it took like 1.5 years before anything interesting came out, and then at that point the game had already died. So I don't know why I keep roasting every other game right now, but
Yeah, what the
like,
frick?
yeah.
Jonas hates just about every game that's not Valorant, including Destiny and Overwatch.
True. Honestly, true. League of Legends. Shut up.
And speaking of the devil too, Valorant's also allowed a community around itself, which we've seen creators, whether it be through watch parties or other content, kind of creators interacting with pro players and vice versa. You're sitting there with Flex. You had a recent stream where y'all had a little hot tub stream with Jazz and others. What's that been like? Because there's not a lot of esports communities. Like you're not going to see CS:GO having a hot tub stream anytime soon. Like let's just be honest. So how
No,
how has that been? Like making friends through Valorant?
It's been really interesting because one thing that is really unique, at least for the way we kind of all blew up, was that we were quite a few content creators who all played their favorite agent. We had me, we had Flex on Omen, we had Flights on Raze, we had Grim on Sage, Keo on Killjoy, and so on. And we basically all created content centered around our own character. And then when like we put our like when we started playing together, all of our kind of fan bases crisscrossed and created this kind of like one trick squad thing, and ethos on Yoru as well. So I think that is one thing that like separates Valorant from, for instance, Counter Strike, where it's easier to kind of create these kind of niche communities that are fans around a specific thing or a specific play style. And then also Riot has been really good at like creating these influencer programs. So you have like Discord servers for each region and stuff, for where we're custom, always getting to play test new agents and new maps before they come out. And those have been like really good social arenas to meet other streamers. I like a lot of really close friends of mine that I met through streaming. I literally met them in playtest. Like I met Kakuka in Icebox playtest, and now she's a VCT caster. And it's just fun to see how like these kind of small things actually matter more than you think, especially early on in the game when it's kind of like developing its work structure. And it's also very motivating when you can see, like, for instance, I started streaming in my bedroom in Norway. Now I'm literally here moving into my apartment in LA because of that. You know. All right.
Ah!
Oh my God. Hello.
Okay, I think we might be back. We might be back. We might not be back for long.
All right. We just gotta crack at it and hope for the best. So, did a lot of the stuff I said like go out, or?
I think most of it went through.
Okay.
But we still had other questions out there for yourself. I guess first and foremost, though, where do you see the future of Valorant? They're doing so many things right. Where do you see it going next?
I mean, personally, I feel like Valorant is already like, I know there's been discussions about how you define like a tier one esport and so on, but I think it's safe to say that when a game has blown up this fast and is already constantly in the top viewership on Twitch, and there's like franchising, and I think that it's definitely here to stay. And we've seen how Riot does it with League of Legends, how they create this very like rigid system around each region, and they're probably going to follow the same recipe, except this time it's going to go much faster because they've learned from their mistakes and stuff already, right? So I think that we're going to see a lot of the same development as we saw in League. I think they're going to try to put more focus on developing very like apparent desk and that's why they're so popular too, is because their talent is very popular as well. And I think that that's why they're like starting to work more and more regular casters and analysts so that they can grow their own brand as a caster and analyst through Riot Games.
And it's also got to be pretty crazy because, you know, like you said previously, this game is the reason why you moved to LA. Like, this game got you to move like a long ways, to move to a certain city. What's that experience like?
It's one of those things where you can't really like imagine it before it's suddenly happening, because the thing about moving to America is you need basically the only way to get in is an O1 visa if you're a content creator, which is called it's the visa for extraordinary ability, which is kind of funny. So when funny fun that
Okay,
literally
dude,
that's it.
okay.
So I needed, dude, you have no idea. It took me 10 months. It's 77 pages. I had 8 letters of recommendation. I had to pay a lot of money as well. And it's insane. But at the same time, it's like I was probably 10 years old when I told my mom I want to move to California one day. So it's kind of insane to think about. It's like a full circle because we have relatives in San Francisco. So there's something that always has been like pulling me towards this area. So it's so cool to finally be here. You know, it's actually kind of surreal. I literally told Flex an hour ago, I was like, you know what's crazy? I'm actually here, dude. And I ordered a one-way ticket. I didn't order a return ticket. And when I went to immigration on the airport, it was insane because normally there's like, what is your purpose here? How long are you staying? He whips up my passport. He sees the O1. He's like, it's an O1 visa. Huh? Cool. Stamps it. I'm like, okay. And just go on through, sir. It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's a freaking crazy story that I hope we can elaborate on one day as well. There's people wondering as well, what got you initially into content creation? Like, not just making videos, not just streaming. Like, what initially was a spur where you're like, I want to be a content creator?
It's actually almost probably 8 or 9 years ago since I made my first YouTube video. I started making music videos, like covers. I made a cappella and like lots of different stuff because I've always been like interested in classical music and singing and harmonizing. So I made these covers. Like I made a cappella cover of "Fix You" by Coldplay, and I remember Coldplay shared it on their Twitter, and everybody, I was like, oh my god, I made it because Coldplay shared it, and that was the first time I got the kind of slap in the face about the grind of a content creator, where just because one video blows up, it doesn't mean that you're gonna make it, because then the next video nobody cared. And that is 8 years ago. And funny enough, it was at that time I was nominated to a music award in Norway, and the other nominee was Alan Walker. And let's just say that he won, I guess.
We'll say it was close though. We'll say it was close.
Yeah, it was really close, but he won. And that was the first time I met him. And it's kind of cool because he travels all around the world, but we kind of stay in touch now and then. And if he has a show nearby, then I'll like jump on and like see his show. It's really nice because there's very few Norwegians in this kind of like digital entertainment space. But because Norway is a small country, and so we kind of like stand out, the people that do this. Like there's really no big Norwegian streamer. Kinda.
Yeah, I'm actually Norwegian. Did I tell you that?
What?
I'm so sorry. I just lied to you for the first time. Anyway, moving on. So, I think it is really cool that you also have like a music expansion to yourself. It reminds me of Z-Laner as well. There's a few streamers out there that have talents that, far exceed what they do streaming wise. Do you have any plans to, return and we've seen also someone like Myth, right, take on piano. Do you have plans to, keep that a part of your regimen, and do you have any future plans to make that a bigger part of your thing as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest challenge for me and biggest goal for me is to go from a Valorant one trick like the Sova guy to a singing variety streamer. That is like the final destination where you log on, you play the piano, you sing, you can play guitar, whatever. Make one day you're shooting a music video, the next day you're streaming World of Warcraft. Like I kind of want to feel a lot more loose, and I'm taking like large steps towards that every week. I always like everything is very structurally planned. That like I'm slowly making my audience more and more used to variety. I have like a daily sub goal of 50 subs, and I'll play a song. So you can kind of like implement it on the basis in your content, so that much as possible people are aware that you stand out because you don't just do game, you do music. Because the thing about the streaming industry and content creator, there's so many people who does the same thing. And I think like the clue is to figure out what makes you unique and why is someone going to watch you over someone else. So definitely one of the reasons I'm here as well. There's a lot of possible music collabs here. Riot Games is literally next door, and I'm basically gonna kick down their doors and be like, "Yo, give me a music video." So, like, I
Let's go. It's
definitely
gonna happen, dude. It's gonna friggin' happen eventually.
it will happen. It's just a matter of when and how. And I'm so ready, dude. I'm so fucking ready.
Dude, I feel like you have set yourself up for some immense success. I'm gonna leave you on one last one.
Let me just think, dude. I almost only watch Apex. No, but it's one of those things where like I've streamed Valorant like 5,000 hours in the last 2 years, and
So not a lot of time to watch content.
yeah, I mean, it kind of becomes your job, and then you're kind of looking forward to, like, I would watch streamers that kind of inspire me to be a better person, or like to learn more about how to be a variety streamer. I watch Shroud a lot, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I love his effort.
let me change the question entirely. Who are
Yeah.
maybe some big inspirations, or like your top 5 streamers out there?
I think definitely Shroud has been an inspiration for me for a long time. Not just because like he's obviously extremely cracked at like every game he just touches, which is super cool, but also his attitude towards pushing variety content out. Like once because he had a pro career, and then he was like, okay, I'm done. He starts playing PUBG, he blows up in PUBG, and then he just keeps on jumping in the game, and everybody knows who Shroud is, and everybody knows that he's the FPS guy. And I find it really inspirational how he's kind of this boomer. He just doesn't give a rat's ass about what people think. And I think that's so cool. Like, because if there's one person that is never involved in any drama, there's never like, it's just him, dude. He's just like vibing in his freaking mansion and having a good ass time, you know? And to me, that's very inspirational because I also want to be a good role model. I want to avoid drama. I want to like make the world a better place, you know, and like try to spread joy and happiness. And there's a lot of young people that watch you. So, um, and I also, why am I not remembering who I'm even watching right now? That is actually absurd. Dude, I need you to literally like think who do I like watch on the regular?
Who do you watch on Twitch?
Yeah, because I watch Twitch a lot, but I can't. I like when
Hey,
you put me on the spot.
Shroud's not a bad answer, man. Shroud's not a bad answer.
No. But you would think I could do more than one.
A lot of Apex streamers, Rust streamers.
Oh my fucking god, dude. No, you know what? I don't know. I don't know. It's why is that so difficult to
Hey,
answer?
it's tough to make choices and decisions with a $35,000 piece of equipment on your wrist, you know?
Oh, dude, it's tough being me, dude.
It's
I wouldn't
heavy,
wish
huh?
it upon anyone. Shit. Oh, it fell down again, dude.
Well, what are some of no.
Yeah, I can say one thing. Since we were mentioning the watch, it's actually a funny story because I have been a watch nerd for almost 10 years. Obviously, I've never had like a great economy being a freelance singer for those 10 years. But I did have a dream of one day owning a Daytona if I ever have great success in my career. And then I finally got the possibility of buying one. And it's basically like a daily reminder of the hard work I've gone through in the last 10 years or so. Because believe it or not, even though I only streamed for 2 years, I've done like 400 or 500 live shows, and they've all kind of led up to this moment of how to be like an entertainer, how to handle the pressure, like standing in front of a jury and they tell you you're really shit. It's kind of like how to deal with Twitch chat's negativity too. So yeah, so basically, it's funny. I bought this in December, and I still wake up every day and I look over it. Maybe it's because I don't have a girlfriend, but I look over on the side and I'm just like, God damn it, it's so beautiful, and it's just like makes me so happy.
Do you put it on the pillow? Do you put it on the pillow next to you?
Good morning, baby.
So is that the Daytona then?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is a 18 karat Daytona. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
Rolex Daytona.
There were questions saying, when are you going to buy a Daytona? So that goal has been accomplished. It must be a freak one if people are asking.
Yeah, this is a 2021 Rolex Daytona in 18 karat gold. It is inspired by the Daytona racetrack, so it's got a stopwatch built into it. So
How's your watch collection compared to Zombs?
He's got some Royal Oaks APs and stuff. I don't have that at the moment. I'm also like, so what if we want to go into the economy aspect, I actually run an LLC back in Norway that is a property investment company. So I buy property, I build apartments, and I've got a cabin as well, and I rent it out on Airbnb. So I've spent about $2 million on property in Norway, and so I'm currently kind of trying to. I'm focusing more on work, and I give myself a fairly normal salary, and then I'm putting most of the money back into the company to do more investments. So I'm kind of setting myself up for the rest of my life instead of living a life in luxury here. The only exception is this watch.
Can you really quick, just for the clip, just say like "suck it, Zombs"?
No, I can't. I love it.
You're so kind. What the frick? I'll say it. Suck it, Zombs. God dang. No, I love hearing that kind of stuff. I am going to cut it off there because I need to interview you sometime when you have proper Wi-Fi. But for anyone somehow watching, the camera's yours for the outro, Sir Jonas.
All right, guys. It's very simple. I'm going to leave you all with one task. Being nice is free. That's all I want to say. Go out there, spread some love, smile, tell someone that they look wonderful today, and stop causing drama. Thank you. Including you, Jake.
I was going to say, frick. Frick.